Ken's Cap, Set 2, Story 1. Let's see if we can read our green words again. Some of them, I think we might be able to remember. So some of them we're just going to try and remember. The ones with special friends or the ones that are slightly longer we'll sound out. Ready? Is. In. Full. Mud. Has. Got. Let's sound this next one out. Truck. Sound the next one out. Back. Back. Lost. Cap. Hut. Let's sound this next one out. Left. Pit. Now remember that the next one we sound the root word out first and then we add the ending. So the root word is tip. And then we add a s on the end, which makes it tips. Well done. Let's see if we can remember the red words from yesterday. Now remember, you can't thread a red. Here we go. The, of, to, no, and my. Good job. This page is where we do our vocabulary check. So we discuss the meanings of the words just in case you don't know what they are. So the first one is a tip-up truck. A tip-up truck is a lorry with a container that can lift up all sorts of things, and it lets things fall out like mud or sand or things like that. In the story, they put mud in it. The next one is a pit. A pit is a hole in the ground, and in the story, they're going to tip mud into the pit. And the last one is the word left. Now we have a left hand and a right hand that we use, and we can turn left, but this left means they forgot something. So I left my cap. I forgot my cap. Okay, and in the story we've got capital letters for names, so Dan and Ken. We also have capital letters at the start of the sentences. We have a full stop at the end of each sentence. Sometimes we have an exclamation mark used to show anger or surprise, as in watch out. And sometimes we have a question mark to ask a question. So a question could be, what did you have for lunch today? And that would have a question mark at the end. Are you ready? Let's start reading the ditty and talk about the introduction. So the ditty is called Ken's Cap. So remember, a cap is like a hat. So introduction. Dan and Ken are builders. Ken is wearing his favourite baseball cap, but he takes it off for a while because he's getting really hot working. Unfortunately, it is the very last time he sees it. What do you think has happened to his cap? Have a look at the picture. There's Ken and Dan, and they're looking for his cap, looking for Ken's cap. Where do you think the cap might be? Talk to the person in your house. Where do you think the cap might be? So here are the two characters. The one on with the yellow t-shirt with the red hat is Dan. The one with the blue cap is Ken. As you can see on Ken's mug, there is a K for Ken. Right, let's start reading our ditty. So, let's sound out the first word. Dan is in is his tip up. Oh, can you see the special friend in the next word? Yes, it's a K sound. Truck. Dan is in his tip up truck. The next word is a red word. So remember, you can't thread a red. The tip up truck is full of mud. So let's read it together. You can follow along while I'm reading it. Dan is in his tip-up truck. The tip-up truck is full of mud. So there he is in his tip-up truck. Can you see what's on the door of his tip-up truck? It's a D for Dan, isn't it? And where's Ken? That's right, Ken is in the pit, isn't he? Well done. Are we ready for the next page? Dan has got to tip the mud in this pit. Dan has got to tip the mud in this pit. Dan tips up the back of the truck. Dan tips up the back of the truck. Slop. Can you hear it? It feels like it's really wet mud and I can hear it go slop. Yes. The mud is in the pit. Let's read it again. And this time you can follow along while I'm reading it and you can join in. Dan has got to tip the mud in this pit. Dan tips up the back of the truck. Slop. Yes, the mud is in the pit. Can you find the exclamation mark? It's after the word yes, isn't it? After that is an exclamation mark. And he's saying it because he's really happy. He's saying, yes, the mud is in the pit. He's really happy it didn't go everywhere, isn't he? Let's see what happens on this page. But Ken has lost his cap. But Ken has lost his cap. Oh no. Is it in the hut? Is it in the hut? No. So, Ken has lost his cap. And what is Dan asking? Dan's saying, is it in the hut? And what does Ken say? No. Can you see if you can find the question mark on this page? Yes, it's after the word hut. There's a question mark because it's asking a question. Dan is asking, did you leave your hat in the hut? Is it in the hut? But the answer is no, unfortunately. Let's see on the next page if we can find out where Ken's cap has gone. Is it in the, let's sound this word out, truck? Is it in the truck? What does Ken say? No. This one also has a question mark. Can you find it? Yes, the question mark is after the word truck because Dan is asking a question. Is it in the truck? Is your cap in the truck? But was it? No. Let's see on the next page if they can find where he's left it. It is in the pit. It is in the pit. I left my cap in that pit. Should we read it back together? Follow along. It is in the pit. I left my cap in that pit. Oh dear, what a silly man. Ken is leaving his cap in the pit. On this page, there are 2 exclamation marks. Can you find them? Yes, there's one on the first line after the word pit, and there's one on the last line after the word pit. Why do you think we've got an exclamation mark? I think it's because he's very surprised. He's saying, oh no, I left my cap in the pit. He's really surprised. But do you think he's going to be able to get it back? Maybe if he wants to get it back, he might have to dig for it. Let's have a look. Well done for reading the ditty. Great job. Right, on this page, this is our speed words, okay? So you can pause the video and you can have a little go at seeing if you can read all the words. All of these words were in the ditty, so you should be able to read them quite well. But we're going to play a game. I am going to say some words and you're going to see if you can point to them. Okay, so first word, can you find the word got? Got. Did you find it? Good job. Okay, next one, can you find the red word the? Did you find it? Good job. Okay, next one, can you find the word left? Left. Well done. Can you find the red word no? Oh, look, there it is on the top line. Well done. And last one. Oh, there's also a no on the bottom line as well. And last one, can you find the word my, the red word my? I found it. It's on the bottom line. Well done today. See you soon.